78 Fight News here with Gary Russell Jr. How you doing, Gary?
Doing pretty good, man. Doing all right.
All right, man. They got you set up. They're saying that your next fight is to be announced. Do you have any idea who your next opponent is going to be?
We got a couple guys we're looking at. It all depends on which one is going to take the fight. You know, we got a couple guys we're looking at. We was trying to get a hold of what's the guy's name? Shit. Guy who his dad is a fighter. I cannot think of this guy's name for nothing. I think the guy's name for nothing. I so apologize. We have maybe 4 different opponents. Everyone is ranked within the top 10.
Okay.
Everyone is ranked within the top 10 in one of the sanctioning bodies. All potentially good opponents. Hopefully by the time we finish this conversation, I can think of these guys' names.
Okay. So it's been a lot of everybody's been saying, hey, Gary Russell Jr. is an elite fighter. It's time for Gary Russell to fight some elite guys to prove that he's elite and get on that pound for pound list. How do you feel about that? Are you happy with the pace that your career is moving, or do you feel like it's showtime? It's time to go ahead and knock out some of these guys off the top spot?
I feel as though as of now my career is right on pace. A lot of the fans, feel to realize the business side of it. I'm a businessman first and a fighter second. So
right.
a lot of people don't really know the inside scoop of everything that goes on into the boxing world.
Right.
So that's some of the things. I feel as though we're 100% ready and prepared to beat these guys with these, big names or whatever the situation is. Most definitely. But we got to line our ducks up, cross our teeth, and dot our eyes before we actually jump out there and take these fights that we definitely feel confident that we can win and beat, but we want to make sure we're in the right pay. We're getting the maximum. We want to maximize our earnings.
Right.
No matter who we fight, and you got to line your ducks up. You got to be intelligent with how you do it. There's a lot of little stuff behind the scenes that you got to actually look out for when you're making these big money fights or these big title fights. So we're on track. We're right on course.
Okay. I definitely understand that. You got to be about your money, There's a fighter who's ranked pound for pound. Many people consider him one of the best. Nonito Donaire. Now, he lost to Rigondeaux. Rigondeaux just outboxed him masterfully. How would you feel facing a Nonito Donaire? Should he ever, want to take on a challenge like that?
Oh, man. I like Rigondeaux as a fighter. He's one of the guys that I do honestly like. It's not a lot of fighters that catch my attention. Rigondeaux is one. Nonito Donaire is one of the others. I would say Andre Ward. Maybe a couple other guys, but other than that, no one else gets my attention. But with that being said, I think it'll be a great fight. I think if I was to fight him, it would cease a lot of the questions that was asked about Gary Russell Jr. because I feel as though I want to fight even more easier than Rigondeaux probably did.
Absolutely. I wholeheartedly agree. And I would love to see a fight like that take place, but you have the politics involved with Top Rank and Golden Boy, so that'd be a difficult fight to make.
Not necessarily true. The reason why is because that's the great thing about staying a free agent. I have a manager, but I honestly don't have a promoter. I'm not locked in with Golden Boy. We do have a wonderful working relationship together, and somewhere down the road, it's very possible for us to have something in black and white. But as of now, nothing stands, and I like the fact of having room or the flexibility to be able to get these fights with the people that's on the opposite side of the fence.
Right.
And, the Golden Boys, stuff like that. I don't want to lock myself in because of promoters, managers, whoever is having a big measuring contest. I think it's ridiculous to the sport, and I feel as though we took all the right precautions when we do. When we handle our business, whether we're not locked in or stagnant based on the fact of network clashing.
Right. So you're saying you're a free agent. You're not signed with Golden Boy. You just basically hire them as kind of like contractors.
Kind of, sort of, pretty much. I mean, that's pretty much what it is. But it's more personal than that because the relationship and friendship that we have with Golden Boy takes it a little further, But
right.
Friendships and relationships kind of goes out of the window sometimes when you're dealing with business. So.
Right. All right.
I mean, like I said, as of now, everything is perfect. I'm riding with these guys. They got my back 100%, and I'm just blessed with how they've been able to navigate my career.
Right. Okay, so many people are saying that you have the fastest hands in boxing. How do you see this next fight coming up? Another fighter who people are saying have one of the fastest hands in boxing. How do you see this fight next week with Adrien Broner versus Paulie Malignaggi going?
Who's the other fighter supposed to have the fastest hands?
They're saying Adrien Broner. They're comparing Broner to you. Yeah.
Oh man. No comment. I mean, everybody know what it is, man. I'm not the type of guy that's real boastful and loud and obnoxious, but I think it's a losable fight. In my honest opinion, I think it's a losable fight for both of these guys.
Yeah.
I think Adrien brings the power and the charisma into the ring versus Paulie Malignaggi. Adrien gets thought with someone that can sit there, that will sit there with him and gonna trade blow for blow. Paulie isn't gonna do that. Paulie's gonna keep a dab in his face. Paulie's gonna move. He's gonna box. He's a very educated fighter. I honestly really, really, really like Paulie going into this fight. But man, Adrien always has a puncher's chance. He can definitely punch, and that always plays a factor. So I don't know. It's gonna be a tough one.
Okay, look.
I can't say this. I don't think Adrien has been in there with a fighter that is well-rounded as Paulie. Paulie might not have the punching ability that a lot of fighters have, but this raw boxing talent he does have, and that causes a lot of people problems.
Right. All right. Well, I gotta hold you to the fire just a little bit. You were laughing when I told you they were comparing Broner to you as far as hand speed goes. Okay, 135 pounds. Can you ever see yourself and Adrien Broner meeting up at 135 pounds and facing each other ever?
At 135, no. I don't think Adrien. Adrien, I think he'd definitely be moving up in weight. I don't know how much further down would he be willing to come back down to. But no, not at 135. Realistically speaking, this is a business.
Right.
I like Adrien. He's a good guy. But it's about we're prize fighters. Whatever brings me the maximum amount of income, I'm with it.
Right. Okay.
So, it is what it is at that point.
Okay. So hey, listen, man. If we can see, if that's the case, what do you think of this next fight? I'm gonna move on from Broner. I don't want to start no mess. let me move on from Broner. What do you think of Lucas Matisse versus Danny Garcia? That potential fight.
Man, I think Danny's gonna be in for a rude awakening.
Woo!
And it's kind of messed up because Danny's he's a really good friend of mine. He's definitely a really good friend of mine, man. Danny Garcia, good fighter, man, good guy. We came up through the amateurs and everything together. You know, we came up through the amateurs and everything together. You know, I know him, I like him, but I think it's a completely different ball game with Matisse. You know, I think Danny can't fight. Obviously, last year he got the opportunity to become a world champion. You know, and experience and we can benefit you. You know, but with this fight here, man, I think it's going to be a real game changer. He needs to really be on his business with this fight. You know, so.
Okay. So a lot of people are thinking that. A lot of people are saying that they think Matisse's power is they think he has power, but they think his boxing ability is overrated. You don't think Danny has? Excuse me.
It is overrated. It is overrated.
Okay.
It is overrated. I think it is overrated. I think honestly, I do feel as though that Danny has the ability to box, but the thing is this: with any real
you're breaking up a little bit. You're breaking up a little bit.
I'm sorry. I said a real connoisseur of the sport would tell you that you know, the sport will tell you that no matter how much you train for something, or you want to change your style, at the end of the day, when stuff get rough and you're in unfamiliar territory, the first thing that you would naturally do is go back to what you're used to.
Right.
You know, so that's the only thing that could play a part in that fight. I believe Danny definitely possesses better boxing ability than him, but this guy has the equalizer, and this guy has the equalizer at both hands.
Okay. What do you think of the Manny Pacquiao versus Brandon Rios? You got Pacquiao coming off of two losses. Some people say 3 losses, but Brandon Rios also coming off a loss to Alvarado. How do you see that fight going?
Nah, I think Pacquiao gonna bounce back. Brandon, he's a good fighter. He's strong, tough. I think Pacquiao gonna outbox him though. Pacquiao still has the equalizer, regardless of what the situation is. I never really seen Brandon have that complete one-punch knockout power. I mean, he'll knock a guy off, accumulating the punches. I'm gonna be out that Pacquiao, man.
Okay, my last question for you, Gary. You got Mayweather versus Alvarez. This is probably the biggest fight of the year. How do you see that fight going?
Yeah, say that again. You was breaking up.
You got Mayweather versus Alvarez. How do you see that fight going?
I think this will probably be his toughest fight. I still think that Floyd, the fight is going to be similar to Floyd and maybe Cotto.
Okay.
I still got Floyd winning. He has more superior boxing ability than him. You know, I honestly feel as though the fight with Trout was much closer than what it was.
Absolutely.
Much closer than what it was. So we'll see how it goes. I still think Floyd's gonna get him.
Okay, Gary. Hey, I want to thank you for your time. Appreciate your time, and I'll definitely give you a call back once your next opponent is announced. 78 Fight News, Gary Russell Jr., and we will holler.
Okay, cool.